Is Memphis in a complete free fall with only negative press, prices on the decline, population reducing, and the National Guard insurgents? What is coming to save Memphis? Honestly, everybody's running from the hills, and you're looking at a consistent pricing slowdown. My name is Garth Ward. I've been in the real estate industry for 13 years. If you're interested in buying or selling a house in this market or any market, get a hold of me. My number is 253-737-8018. Let's go over some interesting market changes and fluctuations of recent history. The market categorically rose at unprecedented rates for years over years until interest rates started rising and hiking at historic paces. And they've held there for years. They're holding and have held between the low sixes to even the upper 7% ranges, and that has forced inventory to decline in prices because of basic affordability on a monthly perspective. That being said, the market has actually shifted downward by about 1.4% year over year. And I know sellers are still hoping to get 10% every year. That's why we're seeing properties that sold 1 year ago try to sell for 10 to 15% more money. That's difficult to stomach. That's why we're seeing price reductions. They're not accounting for the fact that the market has not increased. And that is in turn, attributing to an increase of the inventory problem that we're facing that's also forcing prices downward. That all combined is consistently creating downward pressure on price points, which means we're poised, if you're a buyer in this market, to get great deals. If you align yourself with an agent that's willing to go to bat for you, understands how best to negotiate for closing costs, incentives, perks, rate buy downs, and quality pricing, not just by throwing numbers out there, but by throwing out calculated decision numbers that will actually lead to contracts, reach out to me. I'm happy to help you. There's a lot of red flags happening in the market center right now, from those price cuts to listings sitting longer and taking 60 to 90 days instead of 30 or less. And a lot of that's attributed to the fact that sellers don't want to settle. But if you wait long enough, they'll settle for almost anything. You see a rise of people buying on Subject 2, a rise of assumable loans purchases, a rise of people getting quality prices from a purchase price perspective on the homes that they're purchasing. Inventory in the lower areas has not lasted long. The inexpensive areas are still selling extremely quickly if priced accurately, because the greater Memphis market is still one of the last vestiges of home affordability. If Memphis can crack the problem with crime and crack the negative perception that the whole country, frankly, has about it, it will be set to have one of the largest real estate booms in the future. And I'm saying in the next couple years. We already see XAI coming to Memphis. We already have Blue Oval coming to Memphis. And we just got the announcement of another $4 billion project of Google coming as well. The main growth areas are not going to be in Memphis, though. They're going to be in the surrounding suburbs. They're going to be in Bartlett, Lakeland, Arlington, Eads, Oakland, Collierville, Germantown. They will predominantly not be the Memphis city name itself. Because of school districts, pricing, new construction constraints, and the like, people like to go over there. Because of that, that will probably see more price rises. The problem we're seeing is that there's so much new construction over there as well, that the resale inventory is sitting for substantially longer, allowing you to get quality deals. So no, to answer the long form question, we are not going to see and have not seen a complete market crash, but we are seeing a slight correction. And if you can, finagle it a little bit, you might actually be able to capitalize on it, like all of the people that you look at and say, wow, they got a great deal. You could be one of those people if you act soon. As long as you buy in the right zip codes, it'll probably be a quality investment. If we see downward pressure on interest rates a point or two, we will start to see those 5 to 10% appreciations on a yearly basis again. Right now, the increase of inventory, the people pricing houses too high, all combined is putting that downward pressure on. Moving forward, what we need to do is keep an eye on interest rates. We need to keep an eye on mortgage affordability and credit tightness in general. We need to keep an eye on demographic ebbs and flows based on the incomes predominantly of the people that are moving in and out, and incomes here are rising, which is a lagging indicator of potential real estate prices increasing as well. All of that to say that if you're a homeowner right now and you're trying to sell your home, get a hold of me. I have real marketing and advertising, not just putting it on the internet, that I do to help people sell their homes for the most money possible. That's why I'm one of the top agents in Memphis already. And I've already sold over $1.4 billion worth of real estate in my career. I used to own a brokerage. Now I run a team of over 200 people across the country. If you're an investor, you can focus on cash flowing properties because they actually exist here. They don't exist in a lot of places. They do exist here. And if you're an investor and you're trying to buy something that makes sense, I'm here to help you and here to negotiate a deal that makes positive sense for you as well. I am a hyper local agent ready to help you maximize on your investments, whether you're selling, whether you're buying. I'm going to be walking you all through everything you need to know about Memphis, the market about Memphis, what's happening, and if that crash ever does come to pass. If you are interested in knowing more about Memphis, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and if you have any comments about what your favorite city is, what you think is going to happen in the market moving forward here, any comments at all would be greatly appreciated. If you would like a first-time home buyer's guide, you can ask for it in the comments. Say buyer's guide, and I will make sure to give you an entire book about how to buy a home free of charge, no obligation. I'll just send it to you for extra information. Thanks so much for signing into the video, and I'll see you guys on the next one.